Hello, children of God, the Igbo people, the Hebrew people all over the world. I greet you in the name of the Most High God. We are very grateful to the Most High of Majesty, the eternal King of Glory, Aya Asha Aya. I am that I am, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We've been over the weekend. We were able to cross the 200 subscribers list on our YouTube page. It's been about about 6 months since we started putting up videos for our people to learn, and our message has been resonating among people. We've been getting very good comments from brothers and sisters all over the world, and we thank the Most High for that. You see, the Most High made us understand before we started this that He will bring His people to His message. All we need to do is to put it out there, and His people are responding positively to that. We're also receiving very good reviews from most of our videos out there, and we thank the Most High for that. In fact, the video we made on the Hebrew calendar, I am stunned with the number of people that have requested for that Hebrew calendar, and they're abiding by it. In fact, one of our brothers, I think Ugochukwu, his name is Ugochukwu, he actually, it's amazing what he did. He actually wrote a program that if you write a date, a particular date in the Gregorian calendar, it gives you the equivalent month and day in the Hebrew calendar. What he did is so awesome. I don't even know how to begin to thank him for that. So I'll still need to get his permission if we can circulate that to brothers and sisters who want to have it. It will be something that it will be nice to have. You can have it on your phone or your computer. Once you type a particular date, it gives you, let's say, today's date. You type it there and it gives you the equivalent dates in the Hebrew calendar. And we thank Brother Ogochukwu for that. Again, the objective of our message is to remind the Hebrew people, whether you're in Nigeria, whether your ancestors were sold as slaves, whether you're in diaspora, our message is to remind the Igbo people that we are the true Hebrews of the Bible. Some people have seen some of our videos and they have sent us message that we are tribalistic, we are racist, and other things. I don't like seeing it that way. The way I see it is this: our mission is for a particular people. It's not for everyone. To be honest with you, anybody is invited to listen to our presentation, and it can benefit anyone. But if you are not a Hebrew, if you do not consider yourself someone who wants to worship the God of the Hebrews, the true God of the Hebrews, then a large percentage of the message we put out there may not be applicable to you. It may still be beneficial to you, but it may not be applicable to you. The hurdle that we face now is, brothers and sisters, um, most of the people we are trying to target here in Nigeria, and in Nigeria, internet access has not been widely circulated. It's really improved, but it's not where it is, where it should be in terms of cost. Downloading videos from YouTube or from any website still takes a significant amount of data, and as such, the message is not going. When we look at the analysis of the statistics, the message is not really going to directly to the people here in Nigeria. It's mostly Igbos in diaspora that tend to see our message, and I really appreciate those of you who tend to distribute this as well in whatever means that they can. So we are kind of brainstorming ideas on how to um, better disseminate this information in a more cost-effective and you know internet data effective means, so that we'll be able to reach people. Somebody brought the idea of an internet radio or a podcast, which is what we are still evaluating. Maybe there are better ways of doing this, and in the future, brothers and sisters, we have a number of projects that we want to embark on, and this will be a kind of a nice segue into the topic today on why history lessons have been cancelled in Nigerian schools, have been taken out of curriculum. You see, in the future, like I said, brothers and sisters, our objective is to have projects where we write, make videos, CDs, on our presentations, and also have books, children books, to teach our children, our younger ones. And the plan, of course, is to do this thing to be distributed to our people free of charge at no cost, hopefully, so that we'll be able to reach people. Our objective is to inform people, and we know that once we inform our people of our true identity, they will identify with that. We'll really love a situation whereby you come to Onitsha on a Sabbath day and nobody's selling. You come to Aba on the day of the new moon and nobody's in the market, everybody's at home observing the new moon. It's a far cry from what we have now, but it can be done. That's the point. When the Hebrews, the children of Jacob, returned to their God, when we join as one and call on the name of our God, things will happen. So, brothers and sisters, last year, or was it 2 years ago, 2014, the Nigerian government took out history from a curriculum in primary, secondary school, and I think even in the university level. History was taken out. Now, if somebody will ask, why would they do something like that? First of all, in terms of a social sense, you're creating a large, you're creating unemployment for no reason at all. I mean, think about the hundreds of history teachers, graduates with history degrees. What would they be teaching now? Geography? Maths? So they will totally be unemployed. But most people do not understand that the removal of history from our school is another tactical way to assault our children, to get them to be baseless. I keep saying this. People should understand that their children need to be rooted to their ancestors. Of course, when they were teaching history in school, they weren't really teaching whether we are Hebrews or not. But from the little history knowledge you understand that our community used to be peaceful and loving before the colonial masters came, before these so-called missionaries came. Our communities used to be very peaceful, very cooperative, non-competitive, and sharing. We were not dying of diseases like the media like to believe that if you go to Africa, people are just dropping dead with diseases and hunger. No, we were a rich and cultural people, organized people, before these so-called colonial masters and missionaries came here and brought their nonsense. But they want to take this out from school. This mandate is all the way from UNICEF. It's from the United Nations. They want children to grow up not knowing their roots. That is why you go to school in social studies, they will teach you that Mungo Park was the one who discovered River Niger. Meanwhile, our ancestors were right here in River Niger, showering and doing whatever we're doing. How can someone come from Europe to come and discover it here in Onitsha? But that is what our children are being taught. And now that there is no history being taught to them, that's what they will grow up believing. So, brothers and sisters, we need to counter this as best we could. We need to be able to teach our children at home of our identity. And you cannot teach your children what you don't know. You can't teach them what you don't have. You can't give what you don't have, brothers and sisters. We need storytellers. In those days, we have Igbo musicians like Mike Ejara that will be telling Igbo stories in songs that were so beautiful and so lovely. We have people like Ozemena Nsugbe who is still there, and we also have 7-7. We have so many musicians in Igbo land that told our stories. We need people like that, brothers and sisters. We need storytellers who can come out and tell our stories. Put down in writing, in videos, in whatever means you can, put down the stories of your community. Let your children know your history. Let your children know that in this land, people used to exist peacefully before all this nonsense competition, politics, and all this kind of criminality entered our communities. Let them know that we used to be, and we can still be a nation, like Olaudah Ekwonu described in his book, a nation of musicians, poets, and dancers. People that were so happy you wouldn't even believe it. So now that they've taken history from schools, our children can grow up without really knowing who they are. And that's part of the reason we are trying to come up with a video CD, at least, or books, to explain the Hebrew origin of the Igbo people. And we hope that every Igbo person gets to know this. So this is a project that we look forward to be doing in the future. And we do hope we'll have the resources to get that done. Like we said, this is a non-profit organization. We don't ask anybody for money. We don't ask anybody for tithes. If someone calls you and asks you for money or for tithes in our name, please run. That is 419. What we do here is to inform a particular people, the Igbos, that we are the Hebrews of the Bible, and we guide our step back to the worship of our God. So if there are ways that you feel our message can be better circulated, please send us an email, or you can leave a comment so that we can better circulate our message to people who have very little internet access, and to every Igbo person out there. I may the Most High bless each and every one of you. Salam.